One of the things that would hold you back from igniting your sexual power, especially if you've been raised in a home or in a community where sex was never, ever, ever talked about, it was frowned upon, it was looked at as something dirty, and which is which is the irony of it. That's so funny to me, like because we're all here because someone had sex. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but if you're here, it's because your parents had sex. You can't. How are you here? You didn't just drop from the sky. So we're all here because somebody had sex. That's why you're here. But we see it as dirty. We see it as like something that is like beneath us, or like something that we don't want to talk about. No wonder we don't feel enough. No wonder we feel dirty deep inside ourselves. We feel like there's something wrong with us. And we are riddled with guilt. How else are we supposed to feel? If the thing that you came through to this 3D earth, you see that thing as dirty, then of course, then you're gonna see yourself as dirty, and that's the ultimate tragedy that we all are facing as human beings. But more so the woman. One of the things that's gonna hold you back from igniting your sexual power, like I'm teaching, is your the perfect little girl in you, the A student. I know of this because I was one. You know, the perfect little girl that wants to please her parents, wants to please her caregivers, always doing things to please them, being the perfect A student, never making a mistake, being academically intelligent. It's mainly academic intelligence because that's the only measure that we had in those days, which we still revere, but there are other intelligences that are not as revered as academic intelligence, which is another foolery that we're involved in. Yeah, in order to ignite your sexual power, you have to kill that perfect little girl in you. You have to be done with that. And the way you do that is you have to do something out of character. You have to do something that you feel like it's embarrassing, or it's like something that you know uh, if you had told your parents that you're going to do that, they're going to tell you, oh my god, please don't embarrass me. You have to do something out of character too, and you cannot just do it once. You have to do it over and over until you kill that perfect little girl in you, because the perfect little girl is going to stop you from really fully standing in your power, because there's no such thing as perfection in the way the perfect little girl sees perfection, because you're only trying to be perfect to fit in. You're only trying to be perfect to acquiesce to somebody else's view of their world, which is often limited, especially if you're raised in a family like me, where diminishment and low vibration is has been the order of the day. And like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but most of us have been raised in that kind of environment where we were surrounded by people who were jealous, who were hating on you, who diminished you, didn't respect you, didn't value you. You couldn't really express yourself. You couldn't really be yourself. You were diminished because they themselves were diminished. You didn't trust in yourself. You didn't trust in the universe. You raised in a super, super, super rigid religious environment where nothing is free, everything is a sin. If you're raised in that kind of environment, you have to kill, like I said, you have to kill that perfect little girl in you, because that's what's still holding you back. You're still trying to please the people around you. You're still trying to please your parents and your caregivers. So you cannot speak. You cannot say what you really want to say. You cannot come fully into your own destiny. You cannot come fully into your own path, because your path is not going to be same as the path of your parents. You have to unhook from your parent. That's what evolution is. You have to unhook from your parents' path and start on your own path. And many a time, your path is not going to be the same. It's even going to be frowned upon, most likely. If you're like me, if you have a message that is to bring something new, or something that has been long forgotten, or something that's frowned upon into this world, it's going to be frowned upon. But it's your job to start doing that. And the way you do it, like I keep saying in the video, you have to kill that perfect little girl in you, because it's Perfection is an illusion. There's no such thing, because you're already perfect. You're already perfect. You're already enough. You already have everything you need. You Perfection is you trying to mimic somebody